The day winner bracket quarterfinal. Neo, Remo, and Chris here at the StayAtHomestory Cup. $2,000 on the line, 650 for the winner. We're on the round of 8, double elimination, and 2 Russians colliding in the winner bracket quarterfinal. We have HawK versus Cash, and this is our first match.
I guess we will see faster to see grunts and shamans, as always.
Yeah, is that the matchup that you enjoy watching?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Since it changed a lot.
Yeah, man, it was so bad like a couple of years ago with all the tower pushes.
Oh my god, dude. Remember EPS days? Tower push every single game unless we are on Melting Valley. Then it's MK first. Expansion into Griffins, one fight, and then the game is over. For Glory, Heaven comes in with the first donation of the day. Well, strictly speaking, we already got donations today. But on this stream, at least, with the 10 euros, once again, for Glory Heaven. You just keep on coming back and back. We seem to be doing at least a little bit sometimes right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And as far as I know you, you're cheering for the Orc, and so will Chris, probably.
Yeah. I have to stick with my teammates.
Yeah, I find this matchup really interesting nowadays. Like Farseer, TC, there's a lot of power spikes involved, it feels. The TC is level 3, that's really strong. Suddenly, there's a certain number of breakers out, that's very strong. In the early mid game, there's a 2 Grunt, 2 Shaman, 2 Kodo power spike that's really strong, backed up by an expansion. Nowadays, there's options for pushing, there's rifle options, there's counter expo options. Especially from the human side, there is quite a bit of variety that they can choose from. So, you know, we were kind of worried about this matchup for a while because for like at least 6 weeks, it seemed like, okay, this meta has settled. Everyone is playing freaking Rifle Priest and is always pushing the Orc base, and the game is either lost or won right there. But Infi has been reintroducing new styles with Counter Expo and other units. So this matchup is still in development, still in flux, and I think that's super cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Infi style here. Or let's say the old style with casters and breakers. I guess it's better against that shaman play.
Yeah, Infi doesn't even play any Sorks. I find that so impressive. To me, that's such a big sign of confidence. Feeling that against this high damage, high health Orc army, he feels confident just playing a straight up, in quotes, fair micro game. Whereas most humans want to make use of sorceresses because micro against slowed units is really freaking easy. But Infi's like over there in China saying, nope, I don't need that. I just have perfect control, perfect focus fire, perfect kiting all the time. I always have the perfect amount of involts and hero positioning and everything. Very hard to execute. But as Infi showed, very strong if you do it well.
If you want
Did you guys
to
see, by the way, 1-0 versus Chimiko this morning? I guess, Neo, you were sleeping?
Yeah.
I was not watching it as well.
I missed the first 2 games of the group, but I saw the winners match Chimiko versus 1-0. Chimiko played super well. Did the first tier just steal this last hit?
Yep.
Yes, he got it.
It's a pretty good
HawK
opening.
HawK is level 2 already, so I suppose that's the most important thing. But yeah, he went for the Tuskar creep, as we saw, and that does slow down tier 2 quite a bit. So this is more than a minute tech advantage by Cash. If he can prevent level 3 AM, I think this early is looking pretty good for him.
A player's forces are under attack.
So apparently they were chatting a bit in the early game, and HawK had a bad sleep today. He couldn't fall asleep before 5, I guess, and he just woke up. He's already gathering excuses. Chris, what do you think about HawK's shape recently?
He's not in good shape, if you ask me. Like 3 months ago, he looked way better.
I would agree, especially these games where he finds a crystal ball and his opponent finds a pendant and then he leaves.
Yeah.
If Cash gets this footy, that's his level 2. This is a big kill. Oh, stutter step. 2 more hits, 3 more hits. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Save the footy.
Second save already. Oh, can't block with the workers? Oh, no. Feels bad, man.
And now the Archmage is a little bit in trouble.
Yeah. And this Chain Lightning means that any other creep camp that HawK attempts is going to be really hard to actually secure for yourself because of the lasted potential. And exactly, the AM is low, and guess what he doesn't have? He doesn't have heal cells to make use of, so he had to go for an early shot. Regent Scrolls help, but they're not the greatest thing ever. They heal like 5 HP per second for a total of 200 something. You know, it's alright, but it's not amazing. I like this early game a ton by Cash. I feel like if orcs play Northern Isles well, the early game oftentimes looks like this. Chain Lightning comes in, that's another kill. But the Farseer will certainly have to make use of some clarities and heal cells now himself.
He needs to retreat now.
Yeah, I think damage is done. He bought quite some time. No level 3. TC is out. He can creep now. He's going Lodge and Beastery. Remo, you were talking about Infi. If you want to be a little cheeky, one might argue that you don't need Sork for slow because you have an MK and Clap. And there's a potion of greater mana, so that will be a lot of slow already.
Yeah, Clap can be very strong. MK is a very strong hero, but reliant on levels. And if you don't get to level 3 quickly, not that impressive. But if you do make it to 3, and especially to 4, he does become powerful. But by that time, normally Orc has an expansion up already. Cash, we can see now, creeping the natural, finds the best possible item, Pendant of Energy, which is totally overpowered. And still hasn't been nerfed after all these freaking years. But where is the peon? It's not coming over yet.
Well, I hope if HawK sees us, he won't leave.
Well, he has no crystal ball yet, and he found the greater mana, so I guess he's fine for now. I think it was Cash, not too long ago, like a month ago, and Neutron yesterday. They both said that there's no good humans in Europe. Would you agree?
No. I guess the Muslim is pretty strong. I mean, he has like 6-3 at ladder against Foggy. That's amazing. And yeah, I guess HawK is still pretty good. I mean, in bad shape, but he's good.
I mean, I guess it's the definition of the world, like of the word, like what is good. I think what the pro players mean by good is like close to perfect play. It's like godlike play. And I think there they have a point, because European humans, I would definitely say they're good, but are they almost as good as Infi and TH? No. Are they almost as good as Chimiko and Sok? No. So, I think there is a point to that statement.
Well, HawK was a Pendant of Energy as well.
Oh, wow, that's so much mana. But that's a lot of hits already, just from grunts. First rifle taken out, 2 footmen about to fall. Clap comes in to slow down the grunts, but the TC with the storm, that could be a triple kill right here. Lightning shield on this one. That was a well-placed lightning shield.
Militia call perhaps a little late. I guess they were so busy retreating from the creep camp. Oh, this looks like a big overextension by Cash. And guess what? The expansion isn't even finishing anytime soon. It is just starting production. Where the early game looked good for Cash, this turns out to be a big overextension. The Pendant of Energy there on the MK certainly helped out to find kills, but that's not kills supposed to be given up by the Orc. Normally when we see pushes like this coming in, it's always with like a heal scroll, right? And perhaps an invul. But Cash decided to go in without any of those fighting items. And now is looking not that great in this game. HawK, what's his decision now? He knows he has an advantage. So there's 2 usual options. A, push his expansion, or B, counter expand.
I would go for the counter expansion as well. His trade was much better. I mean, you don't want to have the footments in the army later anyway.
Yeah. True. Kind of replace them with breakers, but so far it's only 1 sanctum, so breakers are far away if he ever wants to go for them. Sometimes I feel like Cash wants to finish game quickly so the game is over earlier and he can go back to, I don't know, drink beer or whatever he's up to.
Oh, Scourge Bone Chimes, that's really nice. This is a lot of passive healing against the Clap. I wonder if HawK is going to sell the Ring of Regen. I think it's actually really good on the MK.
But HawK doesn't really value the defensive items, does he?
Well, he started to. There was a time at WGL when he was selling Ring of Protection on the Alchemist.
That made you mad, didn't it?
And I almost wanted to scream in his ear. But nowadays he keeps them. Oh, Book of the Dead can also be really good. Very hard to dispel with Shaman. If you want to clear that item with Purge, it requires 6 Purges, which is definitely more than you can afford to use.
I guess HawK can't complain about items in this game.
No, absolutely not. Level 3.5 Mountain King already. Archmage 3.5 as well. There's no TP, right?
Yeah, there's no DP. He does have an invul, but that is not necessarily the savior always. Oh, bad position on the Farseer. Really bad. That was pretty sloppy.
A goodbye clap as well, and now we're pushing this base. It is finished, but can he break it?
At least that TP, I was gonna say, gives him a second speed scroll. Yeah. Got back to the main, gets the speed scroll there again. Wait, is he giving up his expansion?
Looks like it. He's going for a
Is he
counter.
so afraid of this freaking Book of the Dead? This is 4 rifles and 3 priests. This isn't that big of an army.
It's a Mountain King with 420 bladed mana and the greater mana potion.
HawK is adding swords.
Couldn't he just focus this MK? Focus this MK ultra hard, and if the AM comes in to transfer potion, maybe stun him. I guess it's dangerous to do against Clap. Well, that Expo is gone, and now Cash is in a ton of trouble. I think Cash didn't realize that there was a counter expansion involved.
Oh, that clap was again pretty damn good. When is the time for the potion? Sorcerers are coming, so everything is kind of slow. Drops the pendant, gets the potion, full
420.
HP. 420 indeed. Takes care of the wolves here. Okay, he's focusing the Mountain King now. There's no way out except the Invul potion. It's a damage enough. Lightning Shield Storm! Oh my! Wasn't there? Mountain King falls, but the TC is falling as well. Double second hero kill. Mountain King back from the tavern. What does he provide, really? Farseer is falling as well, and Cash is giving up this game.
I would like to
Chad,
know
we
what
need
they're
some
talking
translations
about.
over here.
I think it's something like, why do you find a crystal ball versus happy, and against me it's always a pendant of energy or something.
That does make sense.
Ooh, Cash a little pissed.
That was a really solid early game. Kind of a typical Northern Isles early game. I feel nowadays like this is a pretty decent orc map because of the pressure you could put on early. Also, with forcing your opponent to be so low experience, normally is a safe expo creep. But this map goes to HawK, and now we're going to be going to Cash's map choice, which is concealed. In my opinion, this is a much riskier map for orc because of the AM's early creep potential. But perhaps he has something planned, we'll see.
So Chris, we had a lot of talks about maps recently since last week's Town Hall episode. What's your opinion on the maps we have in the pool at the moment? Or maybe do you have a map that isn't in the pool, but you think it should be in the pool?
I want Secret Rally back.
Oh god!
I like that map.
Alright, your opinion on maps is not valid, dude. I'm sorry,
Why?
but that is the worst map. This Secret Valley is the worst map ever. It's worse than goddamn Melting Valley.
Oh, I like it.
What
Even
makes
as an
you
underplayer, I like it.
what makes you like that map?
The 2 fountains. You can do nice stuff. Going for 2 sneaky gargoyles, getting the items.
You can do that on Concealed Hill already.
Yeah, well, Secret Rally looks better. It's smaller.
So you're more of a fan of small maps and high action.
Yes.
I'm not sure I even could say why exactly Secret Valley is so bad, but it's really bad.
Because we rarely had any expos, and you're a big fan of 2-base, and that's pretty much impossible on Secret Valley. And you find fountains pretty imbalanced, so you hate that as well.
No, I don't think it's that. I think
You just don't want to agree with me.
no. I think when you play Secret Valley, you notice when you lose map control, there's nothing you can do. If you creep the middle, your shit gets ensnared, the enemy comes, game's over. If you want to be sneaky, I would have to think about it more. But I don't know why, but I know that the map is atrocious. I'm sorry, Chris. but Secret Valley is the worst fucking map ever.
I still like it. Or
Yeah.
Ancient Island, or however it's spelled.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice map as well.
Remo, I'm pretty sure you weren't around, but we played professional games on 2 rivers once.
I saw a stream or two of that.
Oy. Like the 2 sides of the map are completely different from each other. And
There's only one shop, and it's like way in the corner of the map.
Yes. No,
Yep.
there's 2 shops actually. Maybe they changed that.
Wasn't there only one shop? I don't know.
I think there's one on the bottom left and bottom right, but I'm not too sure.
That was on ladder a while ago. I played a few games on that map. And then, thumbs down.
Yeah, it feels like they added some maps for nostalgia. Same for Plunder Isle.
Wait, is that on ladder again? No, right? It was?
It was.
It was. Yeah, it was. They revamped that map. It was still pretty weird.
All right, we have the 1-0 for HawK. Match points. He could go into the winner bracket semi-final, where he would meet with Foggy or Spiral. Chat, if you have any results from the other game, I think Wolf is streaming that. Let us know. So, Cash in the upper right and HawK in the bottom left.
So, with HawK showing us that he's playing rifles on Northern Isles already, I'm pretty sure he's going to be playing rifles here as well. Like, yeah, Breakers have a good upside in the super late game that they don't fall victim to the TC. Not just easily, but, you know, at all, because they're magic immune. But they do have a difficult timing curve. With rifles, it's way easier. Like, the thing about Breakers is, if you only have 2 Breakers, they don't do much. And even more compounding, if the opponent has 2 Breakers, it kind of backfires on you. But with rifles, whether you have 1 rifle, 2 rifle, or 10 rifles, it's always good. There's no like critical mass you need to have until it's good. You know what I mean? So macro-wise, it's way easier and straightforward to pull off.
Yeah, Cash is switching up his tactic. He's going for a fast tech.
For a second, I thought you were going to say Blade Master. I was about ready to wig out over here.
Like Hitman yesterday. I think you played Blade Master, right?
Yeah, but against
Hitman.
Undead.
So yeah, fastest tech in competitive Warcraft. No barracks, no shop, no second burrow. Just go.
Hey, if HawK scouts it, it could backfire.
This is quite common nowadays. Like, there's not much the human can really do, realistically. Like, if you scout this early, and, like, what do? Stop the tech, go for a lumber mill, call all the militia, and go tower push? That's really risky. And if you do it early, you're not even level 2 AM. You're only level 1 AM. So, first you have to creep level 2 AM. And by that time, the barracks is finished, and then grunts will be coming. And there are burrows in position. So I think this is a safe play from the orc. The downside of it is you don't have a grunt early to pressure. So it's only Farseer and Wolves, nothing else. Whereas on Northern Isles, if the human goes for a slow creep route, level 1 is going to be forced for quite a long time. On this map, normally, quick level 2 for the AM is always reliable, as we see here. And with that, the quick aura as well. Did get 1 peasant though, which is decent, I guess.
And nice claws. You can harvest it fast here.
Yeah, HawK continues to have good items here today.
A lot of experience on this Farseer already. He got quite a few last hits. He got a peasant, water elemental, and the little turtle.
Oh, speaking of last hits on this map, by the way, in the team league, it was, I think, Thunder versus Focus or something. And Thunder went for the lab creep first. And Focus knew exactly what was up and went there with his Farseer. He wrecked so many peasants. Oh boy, that was so brutal. So, yeah, I don't think the lab creep is that viable anymore.
Did he have a grunt with him early, or did he also have Farseer only?
Farseer only.
Yikers.
Okay, Foggy versus Spiral is still 0-0. Started a little later than we did.
Players' forces are under attack.
Whiskey for breakfast?
Nah, that's the problem, no. I had.
Tea for breakfast?
Oh, dude, no.
Why not?
Oh, there's another free kill. Dude, this Fasha's gonna be level 2 soon. Does he get the last hit? That's a big deal. Creeps don't get it. The Tunneler guy would be enough for level 3. Another big last hit right here. Damn!
Got it.
This is a crazy strong early game by Cash.
If he loses the grunt, he doesn't. But we said that about his early on Northern Isle as well. And then things went a little bit down the hill. We're on tier 2 for Cash at the 4-minute 50 mark. TC, Grunt, Shaman. This time with the Warmill, not with the Bestiary immediately.
A player's forces are under attack.
Did he have Bestiary last game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Did he have Raiders? Yeah, he did. Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
lost
got
the-
2, I guess.
Yeah.
Still a little sleepy over there.
No, I'm okay. I woke up at 9:50, I think.
There was streaming half an hour.
Oh, you streamed this morning already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that weekend hours in. I couldn't believe, Remo, when I saw that you were watching Warcraft at like 10. Like, dude, how can you not have enough? How can you do it?
Dude, it was Chimiko versus 120. Great game. Great play by Chimiko, dude. He played so well.
Whoa! 5 HP.
Was that a zap?
There was a zap.
Zap! Obsolescence, thank you for the 9-month resub.
So Chris, Remo, and I, we have a little bit of an argument for several weeks. What do you think of lightning spells like Chain Lightning, Fork Lightning, and Lightning Shield? Because I'm a big fan. Remo thinks they're all whack.
I like them as well.
Whack!
Yeah,
It's looking pretty nice.
exactly. And that's the most important part, isn't it?
Update, by the way, Foggy is leading 1-0.
Damn.
I have come around to the level 5 Naga. Like, Fork Lightning level 1 is trash. Fork Lightning level 2 is okay. Fork Lightning level 3 is really good, actually. Unless the armies are like 80, 90 supply, then it's kind of meh.
What about Chain Lightning then? Level 1 it's bad, level 2 okay, level 3 it's nice.
Level 1 is good for last hitting. And decent against footies. Level 2 is alright. And level 3 you should never get because Woofy's way better.
You just love the wolves way too much, man.
Dude, they're
Where is the
amazing.
Invisible?
Invis wolves? Are you kidding me? Invis at all the time. They can run away Invis. They have fate time. They can attack Invis. Attack Invis. Attack Invis. Attack Invis. Attack Invis. You get what I'm saying?
What? I don't know. Can you make your point a little more clear, maybe?
So Cash is running south. Expo's coming up. TC level 3. He is eager to fight. Mistake last time by him was didn't have a heal scroll to engage into that big fight. Again, he doesn't have one. Doesn't have an invul. Farsha is already hurt, but massive level 2 hero advantage is what Cash does have. Only level 1 on the MK here. And with his aggressive move, Cash is also possibly eliminating the option of a counter expo. This time he scouts, so he's okay.
Are under attack.
No expansion, I guess. But he's very close to the human main, so militia support is going to be very strong. And going to be certainly required to be called in quickly by HawK as he sees this creepjack coming under the arch.
You have to point that out, right? Because I hate that arc so much. Here we go. Stomp, Chain Lightning, nice damage. The priest caught off guard. Uses the heal scroll for the dispel on the water elemental, but not killing it yet. Second stomp, super well done. Hits pretty much everything. And once again, Raiders rifles suffer.
One more stomper. Oh, the peasants! Go for the peasant lightning shield. Ah, that was
He
okay.
does.
Oh my god, the damage!
TP out now. Still trying to follow, but can't make the connection. There's one more shaman falling.
That's a great fight for Cash. Amazing fight, amazing TP. And that's the downside of what happens when you don't get level 3 AM. When we see the top humans from Asia play this map, normally they get level 3 early. And then it's level 1 MK aggression to make this tier 2 expansion harder. Thinking back to the game of Infi's play in WGTL, I think it
Player's
was.
forces are under attack.
That's what he was always able to achieve. So these early game last hits matter a ton. And HawK, being stuck on level 2 AM for so long, is coming to punish him pretty hard this game. Yes, he's level 3 now. But Cash, I think, is looking way better in this game.
Yes, expansion is running. HawK goes for double sanctum now.
Ooh. Okay, is it time for mass breakers? He's going Sorks first. Again, just like last time. And a big mana once more. Oh, sweet steal. That's level 2 wolves, I guess. And another huge stomp. Oh, that's just wonderful. I love these combos. It's the most gorgeous combo probably in all of Warcraft.
Stomps around on the AM. Alright. That's the kill. And I don't know how HawK comes back from this one. TC level 4.
Yeah.
GG.
1-1.
Damn, that was pretty much a stomp. It was just having a great early game and never let go after.
Foggy is playing in the best law-lied manner. That's not a word. Manner. Warden on Terranos against Spiral.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty crazy. Does have the 1-0 lead, so maybe he can afford to mess around a bit. So map 3 is Last Refuge? Wait, is it LR?
Yeah, it's LR.
Wow. How is HawK choosing LR? Isn't this such a bad map?
It was his home turf once the map came out. He loved to play that. Then he started to hate it. Maybe he loves it again.
I don't think it's good against Orc.
Yeah, as we
There's
saw.
so much chokes and small openings, so you can stomp pretty good with your TC.
As we saw on map 2, level 3 AM is absolutely crucial in the mid game. And that's so hard to get here unless you go for the Shadow Priest pull. Does HawK do that? I always forget which humans do this and which don't. I think HawK does do it. So, okay, this could actually be pretty good.
All right, deciding match. Cash has been doing pretty good recently in all the tournaments. HawK, not so much. Can HawK turn it around? Or will Cash go into the winner bracket semi-final where he would be up against Foggy or Spiral? And there we go. There we go. Decision time. So, Cash in the bottom left, HawK in the upper right. One map for the winner bracket semi-final.
It's double elimination?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
Winner will go up against either Spiral or Foggy, which at the moment seems to be more likely Foggy. Matches here in the first round of the upper bracket will continue. Then the two remaining ones are Neutron versus Happy and Neutron versus Vortex and Happy versus the Muslim. After our first two matches here conclude. So, Blade Master or Farseer, I wanted to say is the question, but is it really a question, boys? Is it really a question?
The question is, what is the question?
Shadowhunter first, of course.
Typical Lin style.
Yeah, Farseer seems to be the only viable option against human nowadays. I have heard that apparently Cooper has been winning some games with Blade Master. To which I can only say, until he meets good humans, because they're not in Europe. Just kidding, guys. There's good humans in Europe. I remember Chimiko for a while was playing Pally first Fast Expo, and that actually looked pretty good. But I guess the orcs just didn't counter it properly, because it is still extremely rare to see.
He played that like once every 10 matches or so. And I like when you have this one pocket strat that you can dash out once in a while.
Oh, this is a big move. Peon is scouting for the Merc pull and is trying to prevent it. Seems like he did prevent it. Peon loses his life for that, but it's easily worth preventing the Shadow Priest. And with that, HawK's early game intentions are kind of destroyed.
Question from chat. What do you guys think about Blood Mage second to drain the TC?
I don't like it. Because you need to shut the TC down. You need that bolt.
But if he doesn't have mana, what does he do?
Well, but you need to get in position for it.
Isn't the Blood Mage way to squish? Like if you're standing there with Siphon, don't just speed scroll in, purge, stomp, dead.
Yeah.
Also, Ensnare is a nice method around it, so I think there's just too many ways to counter that one.
Was this the right opening by Cash? Like the AM was allowed the second green camp for level 2. Couldn't he have pressured more to prevent level 2? There's of course an upside to this very obviously as well, which is the experience and the illusions. Oh, that's so annoying. On LR, in this little area of the map, there's so many creeps with Ensnare. In fact, every single camp here has Ensnare. Well, not the Knolls, but everything else. So, with illusions, you can wake up the creeps over and over. Ensnares can keep on flying, which was very beautifully displayed by Out of Warcraft with his new funny Warcraft video, which was very funny, by the way, in case you guys haven't seen it yet. B2W Claymans, thank you for the 24 months.
And Obsolescence as well for 9 months.
Oh.
Cash
Farseer got it. Alright, one more kill for level 2.
Where to find it though? I think you can't.
A player's forces are
Oh,
under
Grant! Almost surrounded on the left hand side. One more shot. One opportunity. I'm not getting it. Alright, T2 tech is almost done. He's building the shop now, so the TC, once he's out, can immediately go for that. HawK only at 50% of that tech. Still Farseer disruptive. Also still mana, so one more round of wolves.
Pretty even early game, I guess. No footies died. Aim got level 2. Farseer not quite level 2 yet. Not the greatest, certainly, for HawK. Certainly not level 3 for him, but the strength of LR lies in the mid-game for the human, with the MK being able to creep 3 yellow camps outside the main, especially with militia help doable. That's tons of experience. That's tons of items.
Yeah, Farseer got level 2. He got that footman kill at the shop.
a player's forces are under attack.
That's pretty good. So, do you want to continue harassing here and steal something with Chain Lightning? I guess you want to. Leave the wolves behind to help the TC. That's nice. Jesus! Well, for TWI, €60 donation. I would prefer watching the Foggy matchup, to be honest. Hashtag Foggy fan. We know that much, but we will get Foggy games down the road. That's for sure. Thank you so much. And I hope you will enjoy the Foggy games later.
Is Cash creeping the Merc first?
Forces are under attack.
Huh. Not the natural.
Wow.
Natural is always the expected camp. That's exactly what HawK is going to. Oh, but the sentry shows him where the TC is. Well, he's not doing anything about it. It's a Berserker early for Cash as well. It's also pretty cool. Especially damage against the casters there really intensifies. Also against the foot, he's really good. In this matchup, there's certainly no sense in getting defend. Belt for the TC. Well, it's alright. It's not the greatest.
Farseer comes in for the harass, takes care of that water elemental immediately, and there's no business for HawK here. There's no catch, there's no slow, there's just losses.
Doesn't he need an MK if he's going for a play like if he was level 3 AM, I could say, all right, you know, maybe he can do something with the hero and 2 footies there alone, but without level 3, without MK, that just seems like a big waste of time. More than a waste of time and a waste of footies.
Yeah, Cash is close to level 3 on his TC.
Again, massive lead.
He's
And
so
this TC
tanky.
now is real tanky. Oh my god.
HawK's MK only out now. First experience gathered. Will he get the third mana potion in 3 games?
Oh, I love the Shaman here. With the Farseer. Could purge the Watch Elemental so there's more damage and everything else.
Cash is not giving him anything. TC is so fast on level 3. Chris said it. Oh! Chain Lightning and
Oh my
Stomp.
God.
Is there Lightning Shield already? Ah, no, he's not a dab. But HawK is getting trashed.
Stop! Oh my god, that almost killed him. That is horrible for HawK.
Yeah. The Magi is still up.
Oh, he's gonna lose that one. And honestly, this is what LR can oftentimes look like if you don't get the Shadow Priest.
A player's
My,
forces
oh
are
my.
under attack.
Cash with a massive lead now in this game.
Yeah, you get double shops. Can go for 2 heal scrolls. Yeah. Expansion coming up. He even added a headhunter.
Lots of piercing damage for Cash with that. Expo is a little late, but it's totally fine.
Wow, that items.
A player's forces are
Big
under
invul,
attack.
big healing. Noise. So HawK, what do you get? You need something big. Oh, a belt as well.
He's holding the ring on the TC. Can someone chat do the math? Is this ring possibly more HP than the belt?
EHP, you mean?
Like EHP? It's so much EHP.
It's so much support from the chat. Monsters, IWY90, thank you for the sub. Call me Ari. Hey man, greetings for the 1413 sub. And Marco9111, 10 euros. Great stuff last few days. Thank you very much. We're not stopping here. So hope you enjoy the upcoming 2 days as well.
Town is under siege.
Bit of a push here towards the main, but this is more distraction than anything else, I imagine. Speed scroll,
Backstab.
Oh,
quite eager.
Not
Oh, that's
me.
a risky position for Cash. That's gonna be a militia to flank him here in just a second. Takes out one rifle.
mana
Finally.
stone.
Yeah, he didn't get the mana potion at the shop, but he got the mana stone. But he's still not level 3, man. He's dealing with the militia fairly easy, but that's of course all distractions. Stormbolt on the TC. Does he have time for an invul? Goes for the heal scroll first. Here's the Storm. Counter focus. Level 3. Almost no mana. Has to go for the potion. There we go. Oh, zap!
Okay,
Bye-bye.
dead. And speed scroll, sayonara.
Attack.
Speed scroll, speed scroll. Have you seen that video, Chris, of Witty?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's really
So-
good.
Someone needs to make a give. By the way, update. 1-1 between Foggy and Spiral.
A war
War
Does
does
not
not
work.
I hope that Spyro will win it.
Why do you hate Foggy?
I don't hate him. but I would like to know if he will go for Orc Mirror if Cash wins this, or does he play human?
Oh yeah, he was
They could
switching
both off
indeed.
race.
Yeah. Maisie agreed to play random.
I don't know how good Spiral is with Night Elf and Undead, but it could definitely be human versus random in that match, true. Well, here we go again. Stomp on the TC, on the Mountain King, and he just dies again.
No TP for Orc, that's game.
That is game indeed.
I'm okay with it.
Yep, UMAT has the first player in the in the winner bracket semifinal. Think it's about these mana potions or something. Oh, chat, please. My Russian is a little rusty, so
GG.
GG indeed. First game was a little overcommitment by Cash, but I think across all 3 maps, he was the way better player.
Yeah, I agree with that. But HawK is looking out of shape.
Yeah, this really wasn't the greatest. He just doesn't seem to have the proper feeling for what the right timings are, for what his power spikes are, for what his punishes are that he has to look for. The creep routes also seem to be off, especially on Northern Isles. Concealed, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cash looking better here, and HawK definitely not in the best shape. Definitely.
And Spyro against Foggy on Twisted Meadows. Maybe we see a 1 hour game again?
Oh no, no, we don't want that.
I would enjoy it.
Well, it was quite cool, but that would fuck with our schedule a lot.
Well, are the other players up already, or?
Let me see. Vortex Neutron and Happy the Muslim. I think they did some vetoes. Happy versus the Muslim could start.
Wow, Spiral is playing Farce here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Are they supposed to wait for that last game to finish or what?
I don't know.
Up to the admins, I guess.
Yeah, I think they will deal with it. Alright. So do we have a translation for that last thing? HawK was complaining about the time of the match. 1 PM is totally unreasonable. HawK has a lot of excuses for everything.
At least he didn't find a crucible.
It's true. Yeah, he can't complain about items this time. So I'm looking at the admins. Okay, we wait for Foggy and Spiral to finish. Apparently. So, who's streaming that thing?
Wolf in the house!
Wolf in the house!
In the house!
Take is not in. Okay, let's go for Wolf. And restream that to see the decision of Foggy versus Spyro.